everyone. Hope you're having a nice day. Hope you're looking after yourselves. We're back with another episode of Behind the Curtain, where, as we said, we have deeper conversations regarding some of the topics that we discussed in episodes, some of the discussions we're going to have in upcoming episodes as well. And we've got a great episode lined up for you today. It's all about PhDs and the future. Now, at this point in recording, we have recorded an episode about PhDs. So if you haven't seen it yet, please do check it out, and the links will be available in the description. But we decided that some students listening might be more interested in learning a bit more about PhDs and what it entails, how it links to your undergrad, and things like that. And we've got an amazing guest speaker to help us with that today. Now, in typical fashion, I don't like talking about those guest speakers and doing their introductions because I won't do them justice. So I'm going to hand over to our guest speaker today and ask them if they could just please tell us a bit about themselves.
Hi, I'm Zakaria. I'm a second-year PhD student at Brunel University. My background topic is artificial intelligence, particularly within sports and team management.
Perfect. Thank you very much for that introduction, Zakaria. And it's great to have you on the show. It's great to know a bit more about you. And very interesting topic for you to be doing a PhD on, which is amazing. And that sort of nicely leads on to our first official question of this episode. Obviously, with the episode being about PhDs, our listeners know that you yourself are doing a PhD. But we want to know what made you decide that you wanted to do a PhD. There might be some students who themselves aren't sure about it. So what convinced you that, the PhD was the route that you wanted to go down?
Well, for me, during my undergraduate degree, I always had in mind that after one degree, I would hopefully successfully complete it and go off into the working world. But I decided to do a master's straight after, which at the time my supervisors and my teachers were kind of encouraging me to do and to partake in, as the rate of undergraduate degrees were quite high, and they still are quite high. And I feel like you get added lift when you have a master's degree. So I decided to do a master's straight afterwards. I wasn't into looking for any jobs or any graduate schemes, anything like that just yet. So I did my master's degree. It was a 12-month course within digital design, also at Brunel University. And after I completed it, I did go off and venture into the world of work and try and find something that was suitable to what I studied, and also, more importantly, something that I think I would have enjoyed a career in. So I did the usual things that a student does. I was doing part-time work in retail. I was kind of going from job to job, really. And about 2 years in, I was working retail part-time. I was applying for graduate schemes as well as I was working. And I found that everything that I was applying for didn't really give me the excitement or the kind of drive into the idea of working 9 to 5 in an office, for example. I didn't really like the idea of it. I preferred to work on my own terms, and I kind of enjoyed academic work. So that's when it came into my mind, why don't I go into teaching? During university, my undergrad, a lot of people I was the guy that people went to for like advice for assignments and tips. They would try and find me straight before exams and just give them final instructions and kind of help for their exams. So I was that kind of guy. And yeah, I decided to go into teaching, but I wasn't fond on the idea of teaching primary children or secondary children, because I was told that I could do a PGCE course, which was a year, and then go straight into teaching. But I also liked the academic side of it. I liked the research and finding out new things. And I feel like that's what a PhD gives you. It gives you the chance to not just do a 3-year degree, stop and find work. A PhD, I think you start it, and once you start it, it kind of stays with you for life in terms of the skills that you pick up the network of people as well. You get in contact with a lot of people in your field, and I feel like that's the most important thing in university. It's not only just getting your degree certificate at the end of it, it's also building relationships and kind of developing that network with people. So I think I've kind of gone off track with your initial question, but what made me do it is the idea that I would like to be an inspiration to university students more than to be an inspiration to myself. I kind of like the idea that I can push students at that peak in their life when they're at university, 18, 19, 20-year-olds, and just give them that lift that they need to go into the working world themselves.
Yeah, no, that's so true, and it's very key from your story that I do agree with you that we said it before that for some people after their first year their undergraduate they might feel like I'm cool, I feel happy to go into the working world, I feel happy to get a job, do this for a couple of years and then see where things go. But there are some people, like you said, that feel that they want to gain a master's, they want to get that extra bit of experience and I guess deepen the knowledge that they've learned from their undergrad. And then it's very, very key to highlight, like you said, that sometimes we find things that just aren't for us. You were saying that you went into working world after your master's, you didn't really find the thing that was making you passionate about it, and you looked back and then you found that the PhD was the route to go. So I think that's a key thing for us to highlight, that especially for anyone listening, whether they're thinking of doing a PhD or a master's or whatever, is that there's no one route for everyone. Each person's got their own route, and it'll just take you thinking about whether you're fine to do another year of education, whether you want to do a PhD. And yeah, like we've previously discussed on the episode, on previous episodes, and before we go to the next question, I'll just say this of, you can, like Zakaria was saying, you don't have to go straight into, you do your undergrad, do your master's, and then do your PhD all at once. If you want to, take a year or two, or take some years and work, you can between them. If you want to just take a bit of a break and just, relax, maybe travel, or maybe just have a year away from education where you're not necessarily working, that's also another option. So yeah, I'd say a big recommendation for anyone listening is just find the route that works best for you, but also taking into account that whatever works best for you, you just got to know that you'll probably have to stick with it, especially during those tough times. But yeah, thank you very much for that amazing answer, Zakaria. If you did like the episode, everyone, like and subscribe and comment is always appreciated. Feel free to click the notification button so you don't miss the next episode. If you aren't already subscribed to Patreon, please do, so you can make sure that you hear the full version of the episode. And if you want to see more content with Zakaria, if you want to know a bit more about Zakaria, then please make sure that you're subscribed to Patreon. And yeah, thank you everyone for all your great support, great effort today, everyone. And yeah, we will see you all next time in the next episode of Behind the Curtain. So that's bye from us, and we hope you have a great day.